Hello goblins, it's Chris, Eldritch Pipes. You'll have to bear with me, I'm a little low energy today. Maybe it's just a Friday feeling. But I'm smoking HH Acadian Perique. I am sanded almost completely through my nail this week, and it was not sore because I hadn't quite made it through the nail, but it was sensitive. But you can't tell now because I fixed it with a mixture of bicarbonate of soda and super glue. So you can't see the quite reasonably deep. I would say it was probably about 1 millimetre deep, which obviously isn't a lot, but your nails aren't that thick. And it's fixed it. It's no longer sensitive, which is really nice. Because even just tapping the end of my finger, it's just like I could feel the shockwave. Shockwave seems a bit of a melodramatic way to refer to it, but you know what I mean. So that's my life hack for any woodworkers out there, or if you do any sanding and you've nearly gone through your nail, you can fix it with bicarbonate of soda and super glue, and then just take a nail polish and sand over it until it's smooth, and it's pretty good. I don't know what I'm talking about today. Normally I've got half an idea of what I'm going to be talking about before I press record. I don't know. Alright. Pipes. Let's do the pipes. I did a commission this week, and I did 2 that were available, and just because, well, maybe I should talk about it when I show you rather than talk about it before I show you. Yeah, that makes sense, Chris. Yeah, let's do that. All right. First one is the commission. To the initiated, you all know this is a Viking horn shape, and it's one of my common shapes to do. And this is a very Eldritch pipe. There was a horn I designed many years ago, so I've been making it for quite a few years. I don't always mention this, but the whole point of this horn is that the rim is parallel, so that you can see where you're lighting it. A lot of horns, the bowl faces away from you, which I see as a little bit of a flaw. I mean, they're very beautiful as a form. The horn is wonderful looking pipe, but very slightly impractical. And I thought by having the parallel rim, parallel to what? Parallel to the ground. Yes, that'll work, Chris. Parallel to the ground. You've got that covered. You can see what you're lighting, which is useful. Now this one is done in a black and green contrast with the purple. That's a violet wave stem. Yes, I've got some violet wave, some of my vintage stock left over. Don't tell anyone. I know you won't, you're loyal goblins. But yeah, so you can see one of the nice things about the horn. You have the ring grain kind of curving up with the same scoop of the horn. And then you have the straight grain going this way. Which is really cool. The straight grain sort of flowing up. Makes for a really great smooth ore sandblast pipe, which is why they're just so nice to make. When I was discussing the colours for this pipe, and he'd picked the violet for the stem. Now normally I would just do black with violet. But he said he wouldn't mind a bit of green in there. Now, green with violet can be tricky, not because it's not a reasonable contrast, because purple and green is, but obviously it gives very strong Joker or Hulk vibes. And I tried to steer away from that if possible. So I left the green very dark. And so it's black with just these hints of green that I hope do their own thing rather than do a comic character reference. But anyway, Viking horn. Not you. I'm going to need a light. It's always funny after a pipe show. It's always really nice meeting everybody, especially all the other pipe makers. Just because we get a bit of a chance to natter. And it's just really nice meeting up with everybody. It reminds me that I should get everybody back to my workshop at some point next year. Not sure when, but not too far away, because then we've got Ian's do the pipe smoking championship. I think it's sometime in May. Oh, hang on, I've got a little flyer. The 2025 British Pipe Smoking Championship. 10th of May. But next year I may not be doing the next British pipe show, because it happens the same weekend as the Vegas pipe show, and there is at least a 50-50 chance I'll be going to Vegas in 2025. It's not in stone, but it's a possibility. Anyway. 'Tis another lazy gentleman. I think I've just decided that I need to get good at making these. And what I mean by good is fast. Faster. I put customers off commissioning this piece because I made the first one kind of on a whim many years back. Couldn't recall how I'd made it. Tried. Messed up a few pieces of briar trying to remake it. And then just left it alone and just told people I'm not making that shape anymore. But recently I decided I would give it a go again. And the results turned out alright, pretty good. So this one I made just for fun. And it was fun. I decided to give it the same finish that all the Guinness style pipes have. If you remember the one I made last week, although it had the Guinness stem, the chap wanted a Cordovan and natural sandblast. Because I was making this for no one in particular, I stuck with the Guinness colours. And I stuck it up on Instagram yesterday, and it sold nearly instantly. Which is good, because it means my instincts are right. So there we go. Probably will make more of these. I'm still sort of refining the process. Because there's several bits to it, and like it's the only one I do with like a shank adornment. Like as you can see where the stem starts there, so all of this is onto the shank. Yes, there's no need to talk about the drilling, Chris. It's not that interesting. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. Back with a vengeance. And finally, one that's available. I bet you can't tell what my influence for this pipe was. If you saw the pipe set that the Four Horsemen did, was twisted. And Mike Billington of Blakemar did an amazing twisted horn. And I thought, I have to make that. Well, I have to make my version anyway. It's a really cool pipe to make. Done in a natural sandblast. Half of me was tempted to dye it black. I went, you know what, I've done so many black pipes of late. I need to do something different. And this guy was able to support a natural finish, so that's what he got. I considered doing some other colours, you know, like maybe doing an orange. That would have worked with the green. Or one of the lighter tan browns. But in the end, I thought natural is the way to go with this. It gives it a nearly sort of bone-like feel. one with you. So there you go. This little fellow is available. Oh, and moss green stem, I should have said that. Moss Cumberland stem. It's not as vibrant as it looks on camera. It's a moss green, not a acid lime green. But you can see the grain in the blast, which is nice. So there you go. If you want a truly unique pipe in your collection, send me an email. It's devilsreef@gmail.com. Or you can contact me on Instagram or Facebook. Alright, that's it. I should be back next week. I don't see why not. I'm going to have a slightly easy week, I think, next week. But I should still have a pipe or two. Something to show you anyway. Alright. That's it. That's it for this week. I'll be back in a week's time, very probably. Till then, take it very easy. Your loyal pipe maker.